Gather round, people, as Detective Pete tells you about his first case, about how he caught his best friend's girlfriend cheating on him in Bangkok. Okay folks, so let's give you some background on this story. It's 100% true, it really happened, but the names have been changed. We're going to call the two characters in this story Kevin and Ploy, and obviously Detective Pete. Kevin is from Ireland and he works in IT in Bangkok, and Ploy is from Bangkok and she works in real estate. And the year is 2016, and in 2016 Ploy and Kevin had been together for 4 years. Marriage is on the cards, although they're not married yet, and they're in the process of getting a visa to go back to Ireland, a sponsorship visa. Okay, so Kevin, he loves Ploy, he really wants to take her back to Ireland. Now in March 2016, I was going to take a trip back to Ireland to see my family, and to do that I needed a new suitcase. So off I went to MBK Shopping Mall in Bangkok to buy myself a new suitcase. And MBK Shopping Mall is connected to the BTS station called National Stadium. And if you don't know what the BTS is, it's an elevated platform, train that runs throughout Bangkok, and yeah, very efficient, and it's one of the ways I get around Bangkok all the time. So I bought my suitcase at MBK, and the suitcase had a really nice hard outer shell and the wheels moved very smoothly. So out I came from MBK Shopping Mall with my new suitcase. I was chuffed, I was wheeling it along on the way to buy my train ticket to go back to my house. And yeah, so that's what I was doing, and I was standing at the the ticket machine where you buy your ticket. And I'm standing in the queue at a ticket machine, and I had one of those moments, you know, when you see someone and you look at them and you think, oh, I recognize them, I've seen them before. So I was looking at the person and I was thinking, where do I know this person from? And then it dawned on me, oh, that's Kevin's girlfriend Ploy. And just as I had that thought, I saw a guy emerge from the crowd, walk up to Ploy and put his hand fondly on her back. And I thought to myself, that isn't Kevin. Ploy turns around and we make eye contact, and with that she's gone in through the crowd, disappears. And that, folks, is when Detective Pete kicks in and the chase begins. So I've just seen my best friend's girlfriend with another guy, and they've disappeared through the crowd at the BTS station of National Stadium. Now at this point, I was still in the queue to buy my ticket. Ploy and that guy, they had a 2-minute head start on me. Now a 2-minute head start in catching a BTS train is a lot, because the trains come very frequently, so I was under pressure. I bought my ticket, and off like a light I went off into the crowd to try and find them, lugging my newly purchased suitcase in hand. It had a long handle and a nice shiny outer case, and the wheels held up smoothly on the rough terrain. So I make my way to the platform, and as I do, everyone is already in the train. The doors of the BTS are beeping, beep, 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 beep. I run. First carriage I see, I dart into it, I get in there. I have a look around, no Ploy, no guy, what's going on? At this point, I thought I lost them. I thought I was done, I thought they got away. The train was full of people, but they could be getting off at any station. I didn't know what to do. But fortunately, the train stops at Siam, and Siam is an intersection between two train lines. So a lot of people disembark at Siam and they go to get another train. So when we stopped at Siam, people disembarked, and through a sea of black hair, I saw one blonde head of hair, and I knew that was that guy. Eventually the train stopped at Saladeng BTS station, Silom, and they got off. Detective Pete was hot on their tail. As soon as they got on the platform, I was on them like white on rice. She made eye contact with me again. She knew I was following her. She took through the crowd again. Detective Pete, hot on their heels, still coming after them. She went down the stairs, the guy was coming after her. He didn't really know what was going on, I don't think. She didn't tell him. Anyway, she gets down the bottom of the stairs, she looks up, and what does she see? But Detective Pete, or Paparazzi Pete, firing off some photos. The game was up and she knew it. She tried to cover her face with her hair, but I got some great photos, and now it was time to break the news to my friends. So I caught my best friend's girlfriend cheating on him. I have photographic evidence, and now it's time to tell him. The first thing I wanted to do was make sure he wasn't driving, because I didn't want him to have an accident. So I called him, he said he was at home, and I said to him, Kevin, I have one question to ask you. Where is your girlfriend today? He went quiet. I heard him say, let out a sigh. He kind of said like, oh no. And then he said, she told me she's going to visit her father at Tonbury. And I said, Kevin, that's not the case. I then proceeded to tell him the story, show him the photos. Strangely, he wasn't too interested in my new suitcase. He went on to call his girlfriend. She wasn't answering her phone. He called me back. What is a guy to do? You know, he's my friend. What's a friend to do in a situation like this? A group of us rallied around him. We took him out for some dinner so he could vent. I mean, the guy knew his girlfriend was with another guy, and she wasn't planning to come home that day. So imagine the emotions that you'd go through if you were in that situation. So Kev packed up all his stuff, moved out of the condo that he shared with Ploy. He never even physically confronted her about the whole situation. He just left. He said he was done with it. Move on. Fast forward to 2021. Kev is still in Bangkok, working in IT. He met a lovely lady about 2 years ago. They're now engaged to be married. They're going to get married, I think, next year sometime. And he's very happy. And the moral of this story is, a liar and a cheat has to be lucky all the time, while the other person only has to be lucky once. Her luck ran out. That's just the way it goes. And if you want to buy a new suitcase, go to MBK Shopping Mall. They do great deals. Until the next case, this is Detective Pete signing off.